Hello there, Earth signs. This is your Oracle card reading for the Yellow Warrior Wave spell pertaining to the 2 weeks roughly from August 23rd to September 3rd. So I hope all of you Earth signs are doing all right and that this is reaching you well. So just to go over how this is gonna go down, I guess, is I'm just going to essentially read the passage that comes with the card because I really save these cards for special moments, or really save them for those intimate times that I feel that we're really looking for, not just like an affirmation or confirmation, but we're really looking for the message that we most need to receive in a loving but still very true and pure way. And I just really feel these cards are intimate, and I think it's perfect actually, as we're moving into a very vulnerable space, or we've been in very vulnerable energy, and this is us really taking it, I guess, to a climax or to a peak. So yeah, so let's just get into it. So the card that I do have for you here is Blood Angel, and just the visual intuitively for me thinks of, as I had mentioned earlier in the week, of our hearts breaking open, of them cracking open and needing to expand. And because of this expansion, our bodies are not just physically aching, but we're emotionally having to extend ourselves and push ourselves and be uncomfortable in ways we never have before. So gonna go ahead and read the passage and we'll go from there. So I'll go ahead and actually read the poem. It comes with the poem, a little bit of a preface, and then it goes into the passage. So I'll go ahead and read the poem now. In the midst of the darkness, a moon appeared with its brilliance. Stepping down from the clouds, it glanced at me. Like a falcon that hunts a bird and steals it away, it captured me and flew back to infinite space. As I looked for myself, I could not find me, for my body had become all soul in the tenderness of love. The 9 spheres of heaven dissolved in that moon as the ship of my existence drowned in the sea of love. Do you dare place a limit on how much life you can contain? I pour of myself into your heart and invite you to become nothing and everything with me. Let us be the sunrise that greets the new day and the sunset that honors the dying of the day in radiant glory. Let us be the angel of light arising from the darkness and the starburst in the awakened heart of a human beloved. Be the moon at the back of my heart and the sun at the front of my heart. Be wordless and wise. Let us have nothing that we know for certain and be content. Let us be all and let us be nothing. Let us be. So the Oracle of the Blood Angel comes to you with a particular message. You're being given the gift of more life. You may experience this as growth, expansion, more energy, more life force, or divine electricity circulating through your system. The Blood Angel understands that in the gift of greater life, which enables a soul to live more of its essence, becoming a more palpable divine presence upon this earth, there are many unavoidable experiences. One of these is that there will be more sunsets to counter the increase of the sunrises. This is about balance. When opening up to receive more, one needs to empty out what has been to allow for a new influx of energy. It is not about an exchange of equal measure, for you will receive according to the great generosity of life itself, and thus even more shall be offered in compensation for what you are willing to release. However, release must take place. Balance is the natural law. The sunset makes way for a time of night. That might be the darkness of grief, or the stirring of unknown places within that only reveal themselves in clarity the following morning. Being ready to endure the sunset and the night to become ready to receive the sunrise, and with it more life, is your divine task now. Why is this coming to you? You are ready for it. You have outgrown what has been, and it cannot satisfy your soul anymore. A part of you, your mind perhaps, may question whether or not you really want to change and really want the change inherent in this oracle, divine gift or not. You may prefer that things remain the same, but what are you really wanting in that belief? Happiness? A sense of safety and security? Love? Remember that in any divine gift, no matter whether it seems to come at first through an obvious bestowal of grace, such as a wish coming true or a prayer being answered, or through a hidden grace of a loss or ending in our lives, there's always an offering of greater life within it. The blood angel tells you to not make yourself too small for what is happening in your soul and life now by holding on to what you know, or holding on to when it is better to let go. It may not be easy, but you will gain more trust in the divine, in you, in life, and great power and heavenly play can and will flow through your soul into the world. The blood angel invites you to accept the genius of life and allow it to flow through you, circulating your divine light even more abundantly into the world around you. This divine oracle comes with a particular blessing of well-being and vitality. You have perhaps become tired or are well, but seek to engage in a new project or practice that will stretch or challenge you. The blood angel brings you the blessing of whatever energy is required to expand into where life is leading you. What the divine has instilled within your heart shall be financed with life force and energy so it may be brought to fulfillment. This is the sacred contract of human life. The journey shall be taken by the soul, and there will be challenges, and yet what is required for divine fulfillment will always be available. If you have been struggling with your energy levels, or with emotional or psychological challenges, more so than usual perhaps, then you are asked to complete the sacred honoring ritual for the cloak of the Christ oracle after you have completed the ritual for the blood angel. The reason for this is that your energy, as you are going through growth and opening, can become unstable for a time, more porous or vulnerable than usual. This is nothing to be concerned about, but you will benefit from more spiritual protection during this time. These rituals will assist you in gaining additional spiritual protection. If you need to take any particular action to bring yourself healing or wellness, these rituals will help you become more conscious of and ready for that action, simply through life experiences and internal wisdom when the time is right. So, I guess just before I get into the sacred honoring ritual, just to summarize this about really this life force energy of really being electrified and allowing ourselves to just be refreshed almost with this life force, earth signs. Allowing the releases that are taking place. And it's, again, as I said, it's not even about things happening in an equal measure. It's you're really having to release something so that you're able to come into, greatness. And that, the harmonic law of everything, just of when you even think of the waves and the ebb and flow. With every, ebb, there comes a high. There has to be a peak and a valley. And with each, that's just how it goes. And so as you are coming into your, as they put it, the sunrise, there comes a sunset. There comes these periods of depression, of grief, or, dark night of the soul type energy, or maybe feeling like you're losing a lot, like a lot of slipping through your fingers. A lot is just falling apart. A lot is crumbling, or a lot is changing and being shifted. And maybe just feeling like a lot is just not happening in your control. And so it's really asking you to allow yourself to accept things not necessarily just as they are, but for yourself to acknowledge that bigger things are happening, to allow yourself to be more fully in the process and consciously in the process of releasing, so that it's not even so uncomfortable and it's not so suffering. Pain is something we go through, but the suffering is not something that's necessary. And I feel like that's definitely a message that's coming through here. And so, as long as you are ready. I'm going to go ahead and set up the candle for the sacred honoring ritual, and we'll get this going. All right, earth signs. So you can go ahead and read this aloud. I've gone ahead and posted a photo of the sacred honoring ritual, so you can go ahead and also do this, outside of this video if you would like to. So if you are ready and you're comfortable, so go ahead and say this aloud, or say it in your mind mentally as I say aloud. Blood angel of unconditional life and divine love, bless me with the life force I need to attain my divine destiny. I open to your grace with perfect trust and perfect love. So be it. Now close your eyes and notice your breath. Imagine or intend that you can sense the blood moving in your veins. So much life abounds in your body and your soul. So in your own time, you can open your eyes. And so I will go ahead and complete this honoring ritual as well as this oracle reading. So thank you so much, earth signs. I really wanted to give something a little short and sweet for this wave spell, particularly as I've been talking about us having to embrace this essence of fearlessness, and in the context of us not necessarily reducing our fears, which, in some ways we're reducing our fears, or realizing, hey, we didn't really have to be fearful of these things, or really changing our perception of some of our fears. But some of the things that we are facing or having to face are things that we can only really deal with through our facing them, through our confrontation. And through this, we're able to transcend it at a very deep, potent, very deep level. When you're confronting any fear, and courage, it's a way of really being able to use that fear to kind of further burn that flame, to really further engross it and just create a further bonfire. And that's what I feel is even the process of, alchemy, when you're thinking of or considering this process of working through our fears and being able to examine them, or, maybe I don't feel that confident with this, but I do believe in this part, or, I see, just really being able to further understand and look at it, even from a higher perspective, even when it comes to the things that we wish to create in our own lives. And, yeah, I just want to end it there so I don't get on a crazy tangent. So thank you so much for tuning into this once again. I hope you guys have a wonderful next 2 weeks, and I'll be back maybe with another oracle for the next weekly, but I'm not entirely, or bi-weekly, the next wave spell, but I'm not entirely sure. Just this was what felt intuitively right at the moment. So yeah, I really hope that it served its purpose. So until next time, I send you guys all my love and wish you many, many blessings. So until next time.